Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Life's Milkshake Moment with health coach Joe D.
Welcome to Life's Milkshake Moments. I don't know whether you heard it in the background, but how timely is that? The phone rang because they want you to answer the call of what we're talking about here today. Thank you for coming to Life's Milkshake Moments today, this Wednesday, the end of September. Can you believe it? But if you saw me last week, Health Coach Jody, I was on the beach for my spiritual retreat. You know that I believe in all 6 pillars of life, starting with your spiritual, physical, mental, emotional, social, and your financial pillar. Well, every single year, what I do is I go for a week plus retreat on my spiritual journey each and every year with my faith, my beliefs, my accessibility to what I want to have access in the next year. I would just tell you something that has meant so much to me. Just jump in to what you are going to hear this evening. I have 2 amazing guests. Did I tell you that they're amazing? They are so amazing because they have hearts as bigger that all outdoors put Texas and Alaska together. It can't even touch these 2 speakers and these 2 authors that I have asked to grace my stage for Life's Milkshake Moment. If you're new to this Life's Milkshake Moment, choose your ingredients wisely, because if you do, your life's milkshake will taste oh so sweet. Health isn't something you do. It's who you are along life's journey. It's who you are. And if you heard me last week and heard my story from Beverly Beach, Florida, I just decided, well, we didn't have internet. Guess I wasn't supposed to. Guess I'm going to go ahead and record it, be on the beach so you can really feel this. And when I say to jump in, if you noticed last Wednesday, I had my favorite baseball hat on and it says Kick Asphalt. And it's spelled ASS. It's not a bad word. Everybody has one. There's an animal by the name of it. Just kick it, because when you do, life will taste oh so sweet. Before I get into this, though, I want to give you a couple of really important dates. I am just absolutely honored and thrilled, and I'll put it in the chat bar a little bit later to go ahead and tell you that I am absolutely graced and just privileged to be on the stage with Oprah Winfrey's charity, IHOPE, HOPEE. It's a group of Kenya girls that she started with when she had her show, and it's grown to a global capacity. And this charity, it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. It is a woman thing. And Oprah has saved countless numbers of young girls away from sex trafficking, childhood brides, which is actually abuse, mutilation. It is genital mutilation. It just even hurts my heart to talk about this and to empower these girls to get an education so they can be more, do more, and have more. So I'll be doing this online. You can go to IHOPE, IHOPEE.org. You can find the online event. It is the IHOPE Gala. They do this twice a year, and I am honored enough to be their keynote speaker. It's 7 p.m. Eastern from 7 to 9. It will just be an amazing time to give more. As you know, that I've been doing these online events for my Kenya kids. It comes back to that country. I guess energetically, my heart is there with Dr. Amos Abuga and these Kenya kids that we have supported through COVID. Because these charities, as one of my guests said that you're going to hear from in a minute, charities have absolutely been decimated by COVID because people didn't have the money. But you know, when you go ahead and decide that your paycheck will never exceed your personal development. Now, we are going in on the 16th of October, once again with Dr. Yasmin Syed. You know Dr. Yasmin. She has been on my podcast. She and I are co-hosting Health Changers 2.0 on the 16th of October. There will be other healers. All of us have some kind of healing modality. On the 16th, we're coming together again. It's in all 6 pillars of your life. And we have many of the other speakers that are in this book that we've written and co-written together. Ignite the Hunger in You with the legendary, the GOAT, the GOAT, the greatest of all time, Les Brown, published by 14-time best-selling author, J.B. Owen. Okay, this is the drill. It is from 11 to 2, and all proceeds of these $47 tickets go to the Kenya kids as well. When you give more, you get more. And then we're going to go around because it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I want you that are on Clubhouse to mark your day. We are doing a 12-hour event, but I think we're going to go for 13 because 13 is my lucky number. I always said, why? Why not? Why not make that something very, very special? And I can tell you, it's going to be women speaking, women that are these authors on our book, Ignite the Hunger in You. I also will be honoring Mr. J. Nolan. I want to say, I just got my copy, my coach and mentor of the last 8 years. He has just published the book, The Power of a Woman from a Man's Perspective. So guys, you can come. If you are a real man that really honors women, we want you there. But we're going to be doing this now. I've just decided to go ahead and do it for 13 hours, starting at noon Eastern time on Clubhouse. Be looking for all the publicity around this. And we're going to be bringing in women speakers with our book at the top of the hour, at the end of the hour. And we're just going to keep going and going. And maybe every 15 minutes, it will be a powerful time. I know that we'll get one of the Browns to be there. I know that JB Owen will be there. She's got an amazing story. But empowering women is called Women Sense. I know there's common sense, but women, because we birth these babies, we got a certain sense about us now, don't we? So it's Women Sense. And then we're going to go in to doing, we haven't forgotten you men. Because the week after our Ignite-O-Rama, by the way, we're selling you a ticket today, and you'll find out why. You will want to be a part of this for real, for real, for real. And this is what I know, is that our Ignite-O-Rama, which is the official launch of our book, is the November 4th, 5th, and 6th. We'll be getting into that a little bit later, but check this out. The following Saturday, and one of the keynotes will be one of our speakers here. And it is real men's awareness because it's women's health and men's health. As a health coach and holistic nutritionist, I know that we need real men to make those babies, among other things. We need you to protect us. We need you to be the stronger sex because we're the more emotional sex. And it's going to be just promoting, again, are you getting the drift? The book. It's promoting the book. So what is the book all about? It's Ignite the Hunger in You. Each of you, life is like a milkshake. Choose your ingredients wisely. You have those ignite moments that are with you. My ignite moment was as a young 20s. I was 23 years old. I was on my way to the concert hall, a professional coloratura soprano. I was on my way to a solo performance with the St. Paul Chamber Orchestra. Broadsided. The next memory I had was I was face down in a surgical halo, paralyzed from the shoulders on down. What was I going to do? And my mother reached in, because it's almost Women's Month. I want to honor Tilly Catherine, because she reached out to me and she reached under that halo and she said, Jody, the doctors only see what they see. They don't know who you are. So this is the theme for you. It's who are you? What makes you go? That is igniting the hunger in you. And from that point, obviously, 6 months later, because doctors only know a prognosis. They didn't know the diagnosis because I knew what was inside of me. I walked out of that hospital room, out of that hospital on my own ability, and I've been running ever since. A master marathoner and triathlete. And every day I'm blessed to give my Ignite moment, not only to myself in remembering after I came off the spiritual retreat, who I am and what really makes me tick. And I'm telling you, my next guest, she is, I'm just going to say, she'd be unbelievable. Is that like way Southern? But she is. Renee Cunningham is just an unbelievable woman with just an equally unbelievable heart. She's one of our authors in our soon to be New York Times best-selling book with the incomparable legendary Les Brown. And Renee Cunningham used to live in Michigan, is now in Missouri. Well, she might say she's in the show me state, but she is going to show you where you can ignite the hunger in you. Renee is passionate about inspiring women to overcome every challenge of their life. Yes, her quote, "You are a diamond with brilliance shining through you and radiating wherever you go." And I'm going to leave the little bit because I know she can only give that phrase its real twist. Renee speaks and her clients listen. Boy, are they smart clients. She is able to maneuver through the twists and turns of also the financial world. She does leadership through that 6 pillar of financial success. She teaches people, especially women, to have a debt-free lifestyle. Do you know that the debt ceiling is on our shoulders post-COVID? And when you can have financial freedom, it really is a special freedom because people die from stress. They just do. She has 25 years of experience in the financial and credit history. She has experience with banking, you name it, and human resources. But her book title is, of course, The Polished Stone, because you know what she's polished the best? She has been dating her high school sweetheart for 30 years. And when we got on the phone and I was coming back to the beach, she just smiled all over the place when she was saying his name. Yes, he is my man. And it was just adorable today. And yes, she is part of the compilation book of Unite the Hunger in You. She said, be the one who nurtures and builds. Be the one who has understanding and a forgiving heart. Be the one who looks for the best in people. Leave people better than you found them. And I guarantee you, when I bring up this wonderful Wonder Woman, Renee Cunningham, she will bring out the best in you because you have had a way to experience the polished stone herself. Welcome, Renee.
Hi, Jody. Oh my God. I love you. I love you. I love you. Love you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. First of all, I have to tell you that you are phenomenal and thank you for this opportunity. I am so glad to be here because truly it is a milkshake and it's full. Mine's got cherries on top with lots and lots of whipped cream. So yes, let's go, girl. I love it. And it's such a pleasure to be with you in the Ignite the Hunger in You. Now,
thank you so much.
You welcome.
Yes, and welcome. And I'll just say, just bear with us a bit because we've got a little bit of a delay today for some reason. It's just that StreamYard thing, but it's probably because of all the energy here. But phenomenal is, as Forrest Gump says, as phenomenal does. And you have done it for real, for real, for real. So go ahead and just tell our audience a little bit about you and your background, anything that I may have left out, because that's quite a phenomenal background story and your bio as well. So Renee, take it away.
Well, thank you so very much, Jody. I appreciate this opportunity and I'm so excited to be here. First of all, I have to say, you know what? My quote has something on there that each one of your listeners need to know that I'm going to encourage them to do today. And that's shine, baby, shine. You need to shine in your life. If nobody ever told you after you all survived the flip year, that's what I call 2020. It was the flip year. It flipped your life all the way upside down. And when it was a time, or I was introduced to me, honestly, to be a part of this book, it spoke to me. Ignite the hunger in you. I was hungry to help individuals, hungry to be able to allow them opportunity to discover the best part of themselves and use that part specifically to shine in their own lives. Now, everybody's shine is not the same. I tell people you may have a 24 karat shine. You may have a 14 karat shine. You may have an 18 karat shine. But guess what? It's your shine. Everything you need to be successful is inside of you. And being in this book has been a tremendous a dream come true. I'm overjoyed.
Yes.
Overjoyed because first of all, I got to meet a great cast of wonderful people that's doing some great things and phenomenal things in this world, such as you, Jody. You have just been a light. I told you I was looking at some of your work for the last couple of weeks, and I am just excited to know you and know that as life goes on, you can reinvent yourself. You was doing one thing in your life. You said you was an opera singer, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And then you went straight to after something people think is a bad thing when you had to take care of your mom. And
yes.
You use that as a pillar because she spoke to you and gave that to you to move forward and be the best that you can be. Your light came on and you were shining, and you're shining today, gorgeous.
Oh, and if you spot it, you got it, Renee. For real, for real, for real. And it just radiates. And that's probably why I said the energy level of us has probably made Streamer go, oh, we don't know. So let's go in and say, if there's anything more that you would like to say about why did you jump in and say a book? Well, to me, it was a no-brainer. Would you like to write a book with Les Brown? Well, let me think about it about 1 second. But why did you decide to jump in and say yes to this opportunity?
Well, Jody, my experience was completely the opposite. I actually heard about the opportunity twice. And I believe if you hear something twice in your life, it's meant for you. The first time I heard it, I sat on it like, okay, Renee, are you going to do this? Because me personally, I love to talk, love to interact with individuals and bring the best thing out of them. But I honestly I have a weakness in writing. I didn't think that my writing skills were up to par. So I did not move forward at that point. And I want to tell everyone, there's always something you can get better at. But when I had an opportunity to meet with our co-author, which is JB Owens, that fabulous woman, she was able to give me the confidence, but also walk alongside with me as I formulated my ideas and got together so that I can be comfortable in the process, but more importantly, let my light shine, because my night moment happened at a ministry, a church ministry. A lot of individuals are in the ministry and they're doing things and becomes a routine.
Yes.
And for me, it became a routine. I was very successful. I was on the radio, on television. I was pregnant, 5 months pregnant with my baby boy, my second child. Mm-hmm. And I went into church one day. It was a normal Sunday, my husband and myself, and we were sitting in service, and the speaker was talking about, what if you get to heaven? And God says, let me show you this room. And when you walk into this room, there's all these gifts and things that you could have had. But because you were fearful, you didn't act. You didn't move. When I say move, you didn't get a chance to experience life in its fullest. My heart broke that day. Yeah, my heart broke. Yes.
Woo, get out.
So I almost explain it as if, you know how you get a roller, when you're going up a roller coaster, you get that tick, 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 tick. Yes. And you get to the top and you know what's about to happen, but you know you can't go back. So when I got the second invitation to be a part of this book, I knew I couldn't go back. I needed to tell how being free and following your heart, following your passion. And for me, it was mentorship of young ladies. We are in an impasse. And if you could tell right now, 2021, there is a group of young ladies that just need the community that we offer, because we have wisdom.
Yes.
We have understanding. Exactly. And we also have the ability to say it in love.
Yes. So what will you do? Is that the past tense of you don't, what will you do? That would be will you do? W-U-L.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So I began to focus in on, once I left that ministry, I said, God, I wanted more. I want to be able to be the best wife, the best mother, the best woman. Because as you know, sometimes you grow up and you hear me roar. We got our cape on and all that stuff, but we're not doing everything well.
Yes. Too
When
many plates spinning.
exactly, too many plates spinning. When I really centered myself and allowed him to polish me, he took me back over a series of events in my life. One started out when I was in middle school, when I just didn't fit in. And I know I got an audience of people out here that just didn't fit in. They didn't look like everybody else.
Yes.
But how do you fit in? You go out there anyway. It was my dance ministry. I was the largest girl on the dance ministry. Everybody else was very petite and light on their feet. And I was coming in just big and loud. So didn't really feel like I fit in at that point. And then also, you know, a lot of young people, if you did not have this during middle school, you find that they can be children can be cruel to you.
Very.
They
Look at
tease
that
you on
bullying that's gone on. Just
exactly.
yes. I mean, our former first lady made her whole project about bullying. And then you decided to make that red hair. That must have made you really fit in. How about stand out?
Stand out. And then I had to embrace it. That's correct. I had to embrace it because I noticed that once I embraced who I was able to be more content. No headaches, no stomach aches, not being nervous, that anxious feeling. So I connected with, when I graduated from college, I connected with another young lady that I really took a liking to. She reminded me of herself or myself, excuse me, at her age. She was 13 when I met her. And we formulated a relationship all these 30 years now. And she has her own child and she has her own business, but she accredits a lot of her success and inward confidence from me and our relationship, being able to always be a person to pour into and always had her back. So the polished
You're that mentor. You were
yes,
that mentor.
Exactly. That's what the polished stone is. Have you ever heard of a ring tumbler?
There we go. Love it. Love it.
Yes. The ring tumbler takes that dirty piece of clay, a coal, and it works that thing. It polishes it. It refines it. It cuts it. Yes. You put it in the machine and it works it just like Life Challenges does a lot of people.
Yes.
Now, when it comes out, it's beautiful and it's shining because you have allowed those things that you went through in your life because you went through. You didn't stay. That's what my message is.
It polishes you, it refines you, and it makes you shine. And Renee, you so do. We're going to bring all of our guests up to talk more in depth about our Ignitorama. But what is the one thing before I bring our next amazing millionaire man up? And he's been polished just like that wonderful head of non-hair he has. He is one polished man. And so Renee, if you would just, for the sake of our viewership, if you picked out one reason that you would find the time and make this a priority to come to our Ignitorama on November 5th, 6th, and 4th, 5th, and 6th. I apologize. Let me get it again. 4th, 5th, and 6th. Yes. What is that one reason that you would tell? Get your ticket today.
I will tell our audience that the reason they need to get their ticket is because they know in the middle of the night, when you think, is this all I'm living for? That there has to be more. When you're looking for more, when you're hungry for more, and something won't quench that appetite, meet us on November 4th, 5th, and 6th to figure out how to fill that empty place in your life. We got 37 great authors that are going to give you the opportunity to know that you're not alone, but you have someone to walk with you to be better, to be brighter. And yes, baby, you can shine, baby, shine. Thank you.
Better, brighter, and shining, I tell you. And she is as red hot as her red hair. And so they can reach you at, what is your IG handle, Renee? Or do you want me to just put in your email address or your website, please? What is that again?
You could. My IG handle is legacy_credit_queen. Because as you mentioned earlier, yes, I help you get it together on the credit side as well.
Oh, she just gets it together all the way around. Welcome. And thank you for just hanging around. And we'll be back with you in just a bit. And I tell you what, blessings on helping us shine today, because we have filled that spot. And yes, my next guest is someone, people come in your life and they refine you in your life. And, sometimes And I just caught myself. And I know he's going to tell me that I need to give Mr. Les Brown $10 for his charity because I used two words that I shouldn't use. For real, for real. But you know, when you hear this millionaire maker, Maynard, you know, you're going to know what I'm talking about. I'm just saying. He had his secretary set over his bio. And I went, oh, my, I just got away from the beach. It's like 4 pages. Okay. So I'm just going to give you the high spots, but you are going to want to reach out to Maynard Neal. He is a giant in his profession, and he is a giant in the heart, as tall as he is, because I mean, he had to have a foot on me when I met him in New York City when we were there with the incomparable Les Brown in August. You've heard me talk about that extremely amazing weekend. But Maynard Neal is a broker. He is an investor, trainer, coach, motivational speaker, international best-selling author. He is a family man. He has 2 beautiful children. He is a community leader and philanthropist. And when he's just in his sleep, he finds time to really realize them and help people realize the American dream of home ownership. He works, but he finds time because that's what true servant heart people do in their profession. And Maynard is one of those. He does it with integrity and professionalism. The first time I heard him speak, yes, we met each other when I entered the Les Brown coaching and mentoring program in March. I remember the first time I heard him speak. I leaned in and I actually hit my head on the screen of my computer just because I'm going, I just wanted more. Because he helps you be more and live more. That's what Maynard Neal did for me that first time. And it has been just a pleasure knowing him. You know, you peel back the onion and the layers, and sometimes, oh, it's like not as good inside. Well, guess what? And I'm saying this for the reason, you've got a real one when you pull back the layers of the onion and it just gets sweeter and sweeter. And that's my life's milkshake moment about Maynard Neal. From the Motor City, he is a part. Yes, he is there we go. He is a part of, as I said, the Les Brown program of mentoring and just our legacy that we are creating with the leader himself. Maynard, I just feel like you're my little brother from another mother. Thank you for being here.
You are so nice, Jody. I appreciate it. It's an honor to be here. Thank you very much. Absolutely. And I need to jump out there for 1 second, or else I'm going to get killed next week when I'm in your town. My son, people look at my son and daughter because they see them with me all the time. But I have another son that lives in Florida. And he, as a matter of fact, he's getting married next week. So I'll be down and seeing him get married to his beautiful bride. So I got to mention that to correct. So there's a total of 3. So there's my
it's a trifecta.
Yes. So I just wanted to get that correct, or else you're going to have me in trouble when I get down into Florida.
Oh, absolutely. And how cool is that now your daughter is going to have another woman. So it's just not all this testosterone around.
Absolutely. Yeah. And you know, but she keeps me going. My daughter is just my little princess. And it's just, you know, that's the reason why everything that I do, and I know you had that laundry list of different things there, and I appreciate that. But, you know, they didn't ask to be here. So it's daddy's responsibility to make sure that they have a good life and teach them things that the schools don't teach them. And so they can avoid some of the pitfalls and things that we go through in life. At least I can prepare them for that. So that's my dedication, and that's my
And it just shows, Maynard. I mean, we were supposed to get together, and I hope I don't embarrass you. It's too personal, but this is what I'm talking about. Real men's awareness. Okay. Y'all, we were supposed to have this call and time got away from me, and it was 10 o'clock. I get this text that said, well, can we do it tomorrow morning? Cause I'm just laying beside my son and making sure that he feels calm as he goes to sleep. It doesn't get any better than that.
Yeah, that's my little buddy. But you know, we must do what we have to do, because those are the important years. You know, we all sit back and we think about, you know, why are we where we are? Why are we thinking the way that we think? and why have we become who we have become? And it really starts from that little age. So, it's not easy. I take my hat off to single women because I'm a single dad, and it's challenging, but it's so rewarding. So we have to take that time for them, and that's what pushes me. So, and you didn't embarrass me because of that.
And I promised you, I remember when Roman peeped into the screen because he wanted to show me his transformer. I'm going, oh, that was just so cool today. So what else would you like to share with our audience about you and your background, Maynard? Because it is truly a remarkable background.
Well, it's kind of like, boy, I can start in so many different areas. The main thing that I really want to get across is that we are humans, and we have this spirit in us, and we have one round to go. So if I was to share my background, there's a myriad of different experiences and challenges and wrong decisions. And, you get to the Y in the road and you say, well, I think I'm going to go this way. And you get down about a mile and you got to come back, but you got to go through so many different things, and you learn from that. So if I was to share anything, I would just say that, hey, I'm a guy that's from the Motor City that grew up in a small city, the center of Detroit, called Highland Park. And I've seen a lot of things and I've experienced a lot, but none of those things will define you. And we all go through different challenges in life. We have experiences, we see different things. And what I've noticed, and I don't want to just take this too far, but I just point this out, it's just like we're driving down the road. The traffic was so slow today for me to get ready for your podcast. And there was an accident with some people on the side of the road. I don't know if they were arguing or what have you. Then the cops were there. But the roads here were very clear. But it slowed down because so many people were looking over there to see what's going on. And I attribute that to lessons in life, because so many people are looking at what other people are doing and concerned about other people, and they don't focus on themselves. So sometimes we have one little small mirror here that you can look in the review just to check, just to make sure everything is okay, but you don't get stuck there. So my whole point is, in answering your question, I was one of those individuals that got stuck looking in the rearview mirror. I was one of those individuals because I didn't like what was in the rearview mirror. I kept looking at what other people were doing, when I didn't realize that God says that what's in the rearview mirror has passed. And all we have right now is the present, and it is a beautiful present. So if I can say anything with the myriad of different things in my life, is one, the only person that you can be the best at is yourself. And number two is you learn from those lessons. And Jody, there's another young lady in one of our groups that talked about the broken pieces in her life that brought her to her peace. And those broken pieces are the experiences, but those are just, I'd say those broken pieces are like steps to build a staircase to get you to where you need to be, but you have to walk up those steps. So sometimes, just like Renee said, you have to go through.
Yes.
You don't get stuck there. So I know that was a long-winded answer, but
it was a great answer. It was a great answer because, I'm not even going to believe it. You know what I put down in my notes? You can either decide to be a spectator or a participant. You can't make this stuff up.
Yeah.
It came to me when I was driving home, and I just knew in my spirit that was one of those messages, because as you were looking, if you keep looking, you're going to crash to the thing in front of you. I've always said that the word now is one spelled backwards. If you go in and keep looking at the front of the road and be present in what you have, that rear view mirror, it gets smaller and smaller and smaller, doesn't it, Maynard?
That's right.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah, you check it, but it's just like weeds growing in the garden. As long as you keep watering, as long as you keep looking for it and going for it and moving forward, and stop thinking about what's behind you, then you start choking those weeds out and you start focusing on what you want in life. And you can call it the law of attraction, light energy, the understanding of just the rules of success. You start drawing to you those things that you focus on. So if you're focusing on things over there and over here, then where are you going? What are your goals? Mm-hmm. And we all get caught up in that. And so that's what this whole book, this whole project, this whole movement, I want to call it, is about, is understanding just the power and the beast, as I call it, that is within us, that sometimes we don't know that it's there, or we don't know how to pull it out, or we don't understand it because we're watering the wrong things, or we're focusing on the wrong things, and we don't know how to focus on the things that can actually bring us the beauties and the abundance that life has to offer.
And you bring out abundance. You bring out that in your mentor program. You do it in your personal life with your children, all three of them, by the way. I didn't leave any of them. And soon to be your daughter-in-law. And your background is so varied. And I know the answer to this one because we worked together before we had our interview with the incomparable Mr. Les Brown. But I'm going to ask him because you're getting ready, ladies and gentlemen, to hear life's milkshake moment from the Maynard Neal. Why did you jump into this book, Maynard?
You know, the quick answer could be Les Brown is my personal mentor. Yes. And I've been mentoring with him for a little time now, and the opportunity came. But the truth of the matter is that I always thought the things that happened in my life or my story, we all have a story, but I didn't think my story mattered. You know, I wanted to bury my story. You know, I was ashamed. I had so much regret behind my story. And I just wanted to forget about it and just keep moving and just go. And, you know, things that has happened, and I speak about certain things in the book, it has opened my eyes. Yes. And I can see it in my kids and other people that work in my companies, where all of us are all trying to live a good life. And yes, we want to do that. But along the way, some of us have speed bumps, some of us have walls we have to climb, some of us we crash, and we have all of these experiences. And I want to speak about me, to answer your question, what caused me to want to be in this book is because I realized that those challenges is something that can inspire someone else, because I'm a person that I believe if you're going to get trained by somebody, if you go to the gym, they better have some muscles. If you want to find out how to get financially rich, they need to be financially rich.
Yes.
So you can't get something from somebody that hasn't done it. And correct. I looked back over and I said, wait a minute. And looked at it in a different way and said, wow, I've come so far. And when you release that and you let that go, and then people around me that know me, we would talk, and that just started to inspire them to move. And I said, you know what? Wait a second. I do matter. My story matters. And more importantly, it's not about me. I'm just a vessel that went through some experiences and overcame those experiences. And I have a duty and a service to put that message out there, not be ashamed of it, but to put that message out there so maybe one person can hear it and know that they can make it through, that they can go on. Because no matter what happens to you in life, this space between here is so powerful. And when you tie this with this, we were told as kids, anything is possible. And sometimes we forget those little dreams and jumping in the puddle. So that's what really motivated me to jump in, write the story, and just let it be known around the globe that here's one person that's from the Motor City that overcame several challenges, that won't look back and keep moving forward. And it's not over until what Les Brown says, I win. And it's not over until God says it's over. So keep moving and keep moving forward. And that's what prompted me to be a part of this book.
Keep moving, because it's not over until you win.
Yes,
You win, because that is so true, because now, as you have that, is spelled backwards is one. And you have won
right.
with your so much in your life, Maynard. And this is what I know. Ladies and gentlemen, I've just got to interject. Each and every one of bevy of authors, this is the kind of thing, ignite the hunger in you. That's the milkshake moment. But your story, Maynard, just touch a little bit about this. Your title is Brokering for Your Freedom. I put it in the comments here. Tell us how you came up with that title, or anything. Let's leave a little bit of this out, because, hey, you're going to buy the book, because we're going to make Les Brown a best-selling author. It's one of the things, a New York Times best-selling author. It's happening now, because that's one of the things that's never happened. Why not us? Why not now? So take it into your title of your chapter, Brokering for Your Freedom.
It's interesting. The reason I chose the word brokering for my freedom was twofold: to minimize it. One is that I got my broker's license years ago, and I followed my dream and opened up my own real estate brokerage. And so it was befitting, because I'm a licensed broker. And the second thing is because I needed to broker from, sometimes you have something sitting on your shoulder here and something opposite sitting on your shoulder here. And you get confused, and you say, there's a gap for me to get from A to B. So I had to broker between the negative thoughts and the negative thinking and negative things that was, you don't realize, inch by inch, it builds up on you over time. And you have to fight to kill that habit, or to die to those old ways. So I had to broker myself from there to here and find out what is the steps that I had to take in order to broker from here, which was leading me nowhere, over to here. Is going from a scarcity mindset to an abundant mindset. Yes. So I just thought, in short, that was a great title for what personally happened to me and who I am, recognizing me being as a broker. And of course, and to your point, Jody, once a person gets the book and reads, a myriad of the different chapters and author stories, they'll see deeper of some of those moments that really, really open up, and allow myself to be very, very vulnerable to just share certain things in order to live my duty and to be of service to other people. Is just by sharing my experience, how I overcame those experiences. And it takes a lot to go from one extreme to almost another extreme. And once again, it's not over until I win, or won, as you say.
Absolutely. And this is what I know about the Maynard Neal, the millionaire maker himself. I tell you, you are doing it. It's not over until you win, because it is you. It is you, and it is truly you. And I'm going to bring Renee back up on the screen.
Are you frozen? There we go. There we go.
And I've got Renee up there. Okay, this is my disclaimer across the stream. This is a Ginsu knife commercial. Okay, it is a commercial. It's a commercial. It's a commercial. We told you. Can you even imagine just this snippet of two people and their stories? And when you go down, remember I said I hit my head on the computer screen. I'm going, oh, I just wanted more. You will get that impact out of the bevy of speakers. Come back next week. You'll hear another. But the Ignitorama, it is November 4th, 5th, and 6th. Now, this is the benefit. I'm just going to tell you right now, I got to read it, because as I called Renee and Maynard, they're my M&Ms today, because they're from Missouri and Michigan. Okay. But you can go ahead and get free access. You can go up a next level and get the $49. But I'm going to tell you why. You just want to go ahead. Since we're talking to Renee, they're going to be a polished, precious stone. They're going to want to be a diamond. Okay. And why is this? It's $179 value. But I'm going to show you and tell you how you can get an absolute greatest deal of a lifetime with that 179 value. If you knew that you could get 30 hours of professional personal development, when I said your paycheck will never out earn your personal and professional development. It's got to be this way. And who doesn't want to make more money and have that brokering for your own freedom and learn how to be debt free? That's what y'all gave me this message out here. Absolutely everybody. You get $10,000 worth of gifts and prizes from the authors for your 179. Okay, a 1-year access to the recordings, golden edition of a PDF so that you can write your own book, Affirmations of a Billionaire by the J.B. Owen, 100 writing prompts. You get an entry to win a 60-minute one-on-one with the GOAT, the greatest of all time, Les Brown, and a copy of the book, Ignite the Hunger in You. But like I said, wait, there's more. 179. But what if you could get that for 129? Would you jump in? How about if you got it for 99? It's a great value, but I'm going to put in the chat bar. I'm going to put in the chat bar right here and right now. If you go ahead and put this code, discount code, get hungry, you get it for, and prove me, Renee and Maynard, it's for $69, correct?
That is correct.
For $69, you can get all this. I'd say jump in. So, Maynard, what would you like to say anything about this amazing Ignite-orama that we are going to have?
Well, first off, there's a limited number of tickets for that price. So guys, jump, don't wait, because they will be gone. And number two is that it's a myriad of authors that have a myriad of experiences that they're going to be sharing with you, where it is worth you investing in you. It's not about me. It's not about Jody. It's not about Renee, but it's about your life. And when you listen to these different authors and that Ignite-orama, you might just get one thing that can help. And I saw a guy earlier that has been depressed for years, and it took over him physically. The mind is truly something. And we're going to be no holds bars. You're going to get some good nuggets on this date. So if you will, go straight to it, get your tickets now. They're not going to last, especially at that price. I can't believe Jody just did that.
Exactly. And ignitethehungerinYou.com. Just go ahead and get your ticket because they're limited seating. Renee, what would you like to say? Anything about why our listeners just jump in, get your ticket?
Well, the thing that this reminds me of, and I'm going to go over one of the things that inspire me. It says, no one can determine your own destiny but you. Will it be easy? Of course not. Can you do it? Of course you can. But it requires patience and persistence. Seize the moment of crisis as an opportunity to start fresh and live your dreams. And that's by Les Brown, the incomparable. If you are looking for an opportunity to seize your dreams, this is a roadmap to it. So we are encouraging each one of you all to meet us on November 4th, 5th, and 6th. And it just requires a small investment in you. That's what I want to say. It's the time to invest in you. That's right. We have invested in so much stuff that has not yielded a return. But this right here, we all know. Each one of our lives, since we've been with Les, you guys have been with him a little bit longer than me, but it has yielded a wonderful return. So
as they say that song, I started off, I said, you just know. And frankly, I'm glad that quote was just beautiful. I love your heart, Renee. And I love just how you just wrap it all together like you're closing a deal, Maynard. I'm telling you, it's like a great wrap sandwich, because it's true. It's limited editions. Why not you? Why not now? I can truthfully say you can choose to be a participant. I really did. This is kind of how my brain works, but this is my sheet. Okay. It has all kinds of things on it. All right. But I wrote participant or play in the game. Jump in right now. people are still going to be talking about the news, because you can be one of three people. You can be the people that make it happen, talk about what's happening, or the people say, "Oh, I wonder what's happened."
What happened?
And they're out like this. So what was that, Maynard?
I said, what happened? Yeah.
Right.
Whatever, what happened? But jump in, and didn't those people on the side of the road, Maynard, didn't they? What happened? What happened?
That's
Instead
right.
of look, and it slowed everything down. Jump in so you can play your game of life. So I know you've got one more quote in you. I loved yours, Renee. Wrap it up and make it a wrap, Maynard. What is the last piece of wisdom, a quote that you would like to give our listening audience?
We have one go round, and we're all going to leave footprints. Will yours be in sand or cement?
Woo! And I tell you, I want mine strong, because I was my booty in that sand. It's been working way too hard this last week and a half. And I want to thank y'all from the bottom of my grateful heart, because life is like a milkshake. You choose your ingredients wisely. Renee, you chose this moment because you saw the opportunity. You grabbed onto that brass ring because you saw it twice. Maynard, you just do it no matter what. NMW is your code. I think it's like, because you got those initials somehow in there. It's Maynard Neal backwards if you want to be dyslexic, and the W stands for wealth, but it's no matter what for you, my man. Thank you so much. And I want you to tell you, we'll be getting a copy of this recording, and I'm going to wrap it up with much love, Renee. Much love, Maynard. It is absolutely was just amazing. And get ready, because there will be more next week as we continue to ignite the hunger in you and your life. Because hunger, as a health coach, I know it's the greatest of seasonings. Life is like a milkshake. Choose your ingredients wisely, and when you do, it will be oh so sweet. Because it is you who determines who you want to be and what your future holds, based on how much time and energy you do and spend working on yourself right here, right now. Find out what you want and go after it, as your life depends upon it. Because guess what? It really does. Do it with hope. Go down in and heal yourself. Look up in opportunity to your true north. Come in positivity to be and live the law of attraction, and go out to empower first yourself, your circle of influence, and the world. As I say, just be with us with this Ignitorama. We'll see you there, because in all things, there is hope.